Hello, I'm your Superhero Critic, and welcome to the third annual Batman. So, with that being said, I've already done all the live-action films. I've dabbled in a few of the animated films. So, I feel we should go back to the 90s and start this out in a cold way. So sit back and enjoy Batman in Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero. Our movie begins with a set of swimming polar bears and a fisherman enjoying himself in the Arctic. The fisherman is, of course, Mr. Freeze in hiding, and as he mourns for his wife, a submarine unknowingly destroys Freeze's hideout. Well, that's an extremely dark way to start a kids' movie. Good job, WB. A rescue party is shown looking at their frozen crew before getting frozen themselves, and we jump to Gotham City where a couple of jewelry thieves are stopped by Batman and Robin rather easily, jumping to a party with all of our main characters mingling. We meet Dr. Belson, who begs someone for money before storming out of the party and being kidnapped by Freeze himself. Belson tells Freeze that the only possible way to help Nora is through an organ transplant that Freeze gives him a reason to find.
See, you haven't changed.
Gold? I love gold!
While searching for a matching deceased donor, Belson finds out that there's none, so our villain demands a living one, which of course ends up being Batgirl. Because plot. During Barbara's and Dick's date, it is interrupted by Mr. Freeze and his bears demanding Barbara leaps into action defending his girl, which only ends with her agreeing to go if he is unhurt, ending in a shattering experience for Dick. Dick chases after his girlfriend and it turns into a car chase through Gotham with Robin ignoring gravity, but he eventually gets the road frozen. In the hospital, Bruce and Dick search through the database and quickly learn of the common blood type between her and Nora as Barb tries to make her escape via ventilation shaft, but ends up in Nora's room, which Freeze tells her why he has her.
Listen. You kidnap me, then expect me to cooperate? I'll help her, but not here. Not this way.
You know, Batgirl has a point. I wouldn't help anybody who kidnapped me either. So, You win some, you lose some. Bruce heads to the lab to get more information on the cryogenic freezing to learn that Dr. Belson is the lead doctor working in that field. They find more information at Belson's house before tracking a number they find. Barbara meets the boy that Freeze has been taking care of and tries to get him to help, but he chooses not to. Our dynamic duo visits Belson's friend from the beginning of the film. Well, I'm not sleeping anytime soon. Thank you, Batman! Belson's stockbroker explained Belson's situation, and of course, luck would have it that he calls with our heroes there. Alfred figures out that through Bruce's samples that the procedure will be an organ transplant and that he needs to hurry up. The transfusion begins against Barbara's will, but the little boy steps in to help when she least expects it. Batman shows up in the nick of time to save Barbara from death. Our heroes tangle with the bears as the place starts to go up in flames. Barbara gets out just in time but is being chased by Freeze. Luckily, a piece of debris traps Mr. Freeze, and our trio do what they can to help him get out. Batman is then led to the place that Nora Freeze and the boy are, as Robin goes to get the Batwing ready. Belson meets his death trying to get away. So, Belson's death was kind of smashing. Our heroes rescue the two needing help, only to get stuck on the elevator, which Freeze helps loosen up. Victor tells Batman to get Nora and the rest to safety, and Batman tries to save Mr. Freeze, but ends up getting hit by debris, causing Freeze to fall to his death. The film ends with Freeze grabbing onto his polar bears, alluding to him not being dead, a news video of information that Nora Freeze has been revived and saved with the help of Bruce, and we watch as a finally happy Victor walks off into the frozen scenery. So there you have it. Batman Sub-Zero. Nowhere near as good as Mask of the Phantasm or any of the new age DC films, but at least it's still entertaining. With that being said, what should I do for my next Batman review for this year? I figure since there's a crap load of versus stuff coming out, Batman vs. Superman, Civil War, Daredevil Season 2, I figure let's go with Batman vs. Robin. I'm your superhero critic. I'll stay super as long as you stay also.